What's going on, guys? You all here, and welcome to Confabulate, the podcast where we talk about anything and everything. I'm host Will Sanchez. Thank you so much for stopping by. Okay, this week we're going to be talking about season 2. I didn't know when I was going to have time to film this because I have a very busy week with midterms. And I just got my grade back for one of my midterms, and it made me really sad because I worked so hard on it and I literally studied every night. I'm getting sad thinking about it. Anyways, I was pretty sad and emotional about it. And I'm like, you know what? Let me record this episode and see if it'll make me feel better. So, hence why we're here. Thank you to everyone that listened to last week's episode. If y'all don't know the drill and what I'm doing, every week for the past 8 weeks, I'm going to be reflecting on and kind of talking about each of my seasons throughout the past 5 years. And once I'm done with these 8 episodes, then I have 2 more. And then we are wrapping up Confabulate, and it is the end of the podcast. It's going to be a lot of hard work. But I'm going to push through, and I'm going to put out all these episodes because I just really want to do something special before the podcast ends. So we're going to dive into also, sorry, I forgot to say this. There was quite a few people that reached out last week. People that came on my first season who I haven't heard of in a long time. And just people in general who have been supporters and listeners since the very beginning. So last week was very nice. A lot of people listened to it and it made me very happy. So thank you to everyone that listened to the first one. And here we are this week with the second one. So with season 2, I remember getting to work on it pretty quickly as soon as I wrapped up the first season because there was only so much more for me to do. I kept coming up with ideas and I kept coming up with people that I wanted to interview. So that's what I did. Every single one of these are virtual except for Samantha's because we're still like peak of COVID. So majority of these were virtual. And again, I didn't really know how to record virtual interviews. I found out later on. So quality wise is not the best. But let's see what I remember about each of these. Season 2, we kickstarted it with Cassady. Love Cassady. I've been able to keep in touch with her throughout these past couple years. And I really think this podcast got me closer with her because we were friends in high school and it was great. We were always very friendly with each other. But I think her coming on my podcast, us reconnecting, led to her inviting me over to her grad party. When I went to LA, I reached out and we had dinner in LA. I saw her a couple months ago. For a party. So we've kept in touch here and there, and she's always such a bright person. The sweetest, literally, like her kindness is unreal. I don't think I've ever seen her mad or upset. Yeah, she's just one of those people that they're always so positive, so thoughtful, so caring. And she just carries like this warmth to her. And I've always been like attracted to that. So, well, not in that way. Attracted to that part of her because, some people, they're just so, I don't know. I'm going to say motherly. Like, honestly, like she is so caring and thoughtful and you just want to be around something like that all the time. So, having her on was really cool. This was virtual, obviously. This is probably the first episode where I don't really remember where I was sitting when I was talking to her. Yeah, I actually do not. This one's going to be rough because all of these are virtual. So it's like, where was I sitting? Where did I put up my phone? Yeah, I can't even tell you where I was sitting. But I came up with all these questions for her and it was super fun. Again, it was nice to come back to recording again and kicking things off with her because I remember it being a piece of cake, and yeah, I loved having Cassady on. So thank you, Cassady, for always coming on. She's, I think, 2 times, right? Yeah, 2 times throughout these past couple seasons. Yeah, thank you, Cassady. Love it. Jaimey. Jaimey's next. Jaimey Rivas. Would you guys believe me if I told you that I did not see Jaimey? Like, I couldn't see him on the screen this whole interview. So it was literally me talking to a pitch black screen. Now, before we say anything, I think I could have told him, turn on your camera. Because I feel like when he joined, he thought that this whole thing was being recorded, like his screen was going to be recorded, and he did not want to be seen, I'm assuming. So me, because we're already recording, so in my head, I'm like, oh, okay, this is what he wanted to do. I'm going to respect it. I'm not going to push it. So I'll just start talking to him like normal. So it was literally like a phone call or like a one-way FaceTime, because he could see me and he's talking to me, but I can't see him, only hear his voice. Weird. I don't think I've ever said that ever on a podcast. But besides that, I loved it. Jaimey and I were close for a cool minute. I'm going to say like right after high school, we kept in touch and we were close for a cool minute. I remember us going to breakfast one time and we were talking on Snapchat for a long time. I had a streak with him for a long time. Ooh, the streaks. Y'all remember Snapchat? Well, I still have it for my private story, but I don't really send Snapchats anymore. I don't look at anyone's stories. I just use it for my private. That's the only thing that I post, just to keep everyone, updated on my life. But Jaimey, yeah, he's, how do I say it? He stood out to me because he's very, what is the word that I'm looking for? I can't really think of it. I feel like he wears his heart on his sleeve. He's a very genuine, sweet guy. And I've known him since we were kids. And it's nice to see like the person he's become, because he's such a kind guy. He's so sweet. And he's always wanting to give back, and his love of music is insane. He's such a great musician. And yeah, this interview itself, I loved, because at that time, we were close. We were talking all the time. Yeah, I remember it being really cool and just like one of our usual talks. As of now, I don't really talk to him. I'm not sure what he's done with his life. I do text him once a year for his birthday, and then I commented on one of his posts a couple months ago because he's still performing and doing the thing. He's so gifted. He's so talented. If you haven't seen him play, check it out, because he's such a great musician and performer. But I always wish Jaimey the best, and I appreciate him coming on my podcast. Love it. Next up, Lisa Lenti. Oh, someone just texted me. No. Okay, I could wait. Lisa, who I actually just saw. Everyone loves Lisa. So Lisa was a foreign exchange student my senior year of high school, who I grew a friendship with and a connection with. And when she moved back to Sweden, we've kept in touch throughout the years. And she got to visit. Well, this past time was her second time, and we've always plan stuff and to hang out and to see each other. In this case, I remember this one being very difficult to plan due to the time difference over there. This is probably my farthest. Yeah, I'm gonna say, because I've recorded people like all over the country, but this is like the other side of the world. So yeah, I don't recall the time change as of now, but I remember it being kind of weird to plan. I don't know if it was nighttime here and then morning time over there or whatever. Anyways, this one is an interesting one for me because Lisa was very nervous. and shy and kind of timid this whole interview. And I tried so hard to make her as comfortable as I could. I literally, if you listen to it, I literally started off with Swedish words. I had all these words that I wrote, and I'm like, here, you're going to critique me on how I say these words. I was trying to make it more into something that I feel like she would be more into, which she was. But then when it came to like me asking her questions, she'd get very self-conscious about her English, which hasn't changed. Even when I just saw her last month, she's still very conscious of her English. And I've told her, I'm like, since day one, Lisa, I have never had a single issue communicating with you. Like, you understand everything that I tell you. I understand everything that you tell me. Your English is phenomenal. And yeah, she's just very self-conscious about it. I'm like, it's fine. You're great. But overall, this was a lovely episode. And it was beautiful to have. I remember a lot of people being very excited and happy that I got to record with her. And yeah, thank you, Lisa. And thank you for coming back home a couple weeks ago. And yeah, we got to take her to Point Lobos. What else did we do? We got brunch. We took her for a night out in Santa Cruz. We went to Topgolf. I got to take her to the airport. And yeah, we spent a lot of time and a lot of quality, great time. And I got to go to Sweden next time. I think that's the plan. That's going to be the plan that I do, to go to Sweden. So thank you, Lisa. I love you. Thank you. Oh, how do I say thank you in Sweden? No, I don't know if I know thank you. Shit. I know a couple words, but I don't know if I know thank you. Anyways, thank you, Lisa. Next up. Ooh, yes. Okay. Anna. Oh my God, y'all. If only y'all knew how much I love Anna. Oh, Anna. God, it makes me happy just to think about her, because this is the friendship that I did not see coming. And even to this day, like, I love her energy and I love being around her. The same way about Tiana, which I spoke about last week, I feel about Anna, because Anna is kind of like no fucks given. She is so confident. She's always been so strong and such like an independent woman from the moment I met her. If y'all knew our story, literally I'm 2 years older than her, I believe. We sat next to each other in Spanish class and we just bonded like that. And then we were in cross country together and we just kept in touch. And I asked her to homecoming my senior year and we went to homecoming together. And I remember she's like, I have a yellow dress. I'm like, perfect. I love yellow. And I was able to match with her. And even after high school, we've kept in touch. She came on Carpo Karaoke with me on my YouTube channel. She's been on this podcast 2 times now. I remember this one, she was in her truck. We did a virtual interview and I was somewhere and I loved it so much. Both times I've interviewed her, that time just flies by. And I remember us ending it. I think it's in the actual episode if you fast forward to the end. She's like, oh my God, that's it? I could do this again and again and again and again. And that's how I want these episodes to feel, you know? I want it to be so natural and just genuine, you know? Like, we're just talking. Like, I like it when people forget that we're actually being recorded. I love Anna so much. I saw her a couple months ago. We went to the movies. Usually when we hang out, we go to the movies because she doesn't really watch a lot of movies, only when she comes with me. So I love her. I love Anna so much. A true friend too, always there to listen to me and to be there for me. And she always says what's on her mind and she tells you the truth. And that's what I love about her. Thank you so much, Anna. There's one more thing I wanted to say about her, but I don't recall right now. Anyways, yeah, out of all my friends, Anna is the unexpected one that I did not think I would even be friends with her like today. And I need a lot of people to know that Anna is like the real deal. Truly. Love her to death. Thank you, Anna. I will see you soon for Charlie Puth. Yeah, we're going to go see Charlie Puth. I'm super excited. All right. After Anna, who do we have? Oh my God. Okay. Erik Visesio. Damn, this is just full of people that I just love so much. All right. Erik. Erik was my link crew leader. I don't give a fuck what anyone has to say. I had the best link crew leader, like, in the world. I don't know if other high schools do this shit, but in North County, which a lot of you who are listening went to North County or know about North County, link crew was basically like these seniors. They were given like a group of freshmen, and basically they're there to kind of help you settle into this new school and to be there for you and to answer any questions you need, to do checkups on you throughout your first semester, yada, yada, yada. Erik Visesio was my link crew leader. The best guy, like, God. And I know all of y'all will agree because everyone loves Erik Visesio. Rightfully so, because he is incredible. He is the best. I've always looked up to him. He's always been an inspiration to me. Even to this day, he is killing it. I just love seeing everything that he's done. And yeah, the fact that I got him on my podcast, and I want to say something too, because no one really knows about this unless you listen to the episode in the beginning. We recorded 2 times. And I've never really done that, I don't think, with anyone else. Actually, one other person later on. But Erik was the first. We did the interview. It was great. Bitch, I go back to edit it, and the audio quality, fucking ass, staticky. I tried everything. I remember sending clips to other people to help me work on it. I couldn't save it for the life of me. And I'm literally like so fucking pissed because I loved it so much, and I was pinching myself that I'm like, dude, I just got Erik on my podcast. Could not believe it. It was amazing, you know? And then I'm like, dude, I'm just gonna text Erik and tell him, hey, our episode went to shit. I 100% get it if you don't want to record with me again. Because either way, I had the greatest time and I enjoyed it. But would you be open to doing it again? He's like, oh, dude, yeah, of course. I'm like, what the fuck? So we did it 2 times. So thank you, Erik. That shows what kind of a person he is. Because, bitch, I think if it was me, I'm like, bitch, you fucking dumbass hoe. What do you mean, like, the audio went to shit? Like, no, I don't want to do it again. But Erik said yes immediately, and we did it again. And I'm like, oh, this is why people do sound checks. Mind you, this is my 2nd season. A lot of these are virtual. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So I'm like, okay, maybe let's do some sound checks from now on. Anyways, I got to tell Erik how much he means to me as a link crew leader, how he changed my life. Love the guy. And I had the best time. And I wish you nothing but the best, Erik, and thank you for leaving an everlasting impact on me. And I'm always here supporting you. And I know he's always supporting me too. Yeah, it's really cool. He's the sweetest guy, humble guy. Love him. Thank you, Erik. I will always, I'm never going to forget this episode. Never, never, never. And it means a lot to me. So thank you. All right. Who am I going to talk about next? Nicky. Nicky is next. Nicky lived in Guam at the time. This was, I don't know why I keep having to say these are virtual. It's COVID. Even if the person lived nearby, it's COVID, it's going to be virtual. But Nicky lived in Guam. I remember meeting her son. And I remember having technical difficulties. And I remember her kind of showing me her place at the time. It was beautiful there. And I remember spending quite a bit of time with her, aside from the actual recording part. Because I got to catch up with her and actually like bond a little bit afterwards. What I want to say about this episode, which I need to be very careful about. This episode showed me how powerful something like this can be. And by something like this, I mean just having a podcast, a creative outlet, just a space, how powerful something like that can be, and that I can actually make an impact on someone. Because, damn, I really need to be careful because I don't want to spoil it or give it away, but I know a lot of people know already. Something was said in this episode that I was not expecting, but Nicky felt comfortable enough to share that with me. Which, when stuff like that happens, I didn't know what to say and I didn't know what to do, but listen and be there for her and just thank her for being vulnerable enough and open enough to share that with me, knowing that other people are going to be listening too. That was the first time something like that happened to me, and it changed my perspective on the purpose of why I do what I do. That this is so much more than just, podcasting. This is connecting and relating and, being open, because there's been tons of shit that I've shared as well that sometimes I'm like, well, I gotta say it out loud because I know I'm not the only person going through this, And there's been a lot of vulnerable, heavy moments on this podcast. I put this one at the top because it is something that happens a lot to a lot of people. And no one is ever alone, even though sometimes you feel like you are. So Nicky sharing that very heavy thing with me is something that I will hold near and dear to my heart, because it's just one of my favorite moments of this whole journey that I've had podcasting. And not once have I ever posted about it. Not once have I ever told anyone, oh my God, guess what Nicky told me? No, but I got a lot of messages, and this is when I actually realized, I'm like, oh, people actually listen. Because the amount of times people are like, oh, I loved when you talked about this, or I love that you opened up about this. And I'm like, bitch, that's like 45 minutes deep into the episode. Like, you've been listening. And it's not, especially when it's not clips that I post. I like to promote episodes. I'll post 2 or 3 little clips. But when someone's talking about something that I didn't post about, or that's like 30, 40 minutes deep in there, I'm like, bitch. But Nicky's was one because it's pretty deep in the episode, and I'm like, oh shit, people actually listen. Anyways, thank you, Nicky, for giving me that moment and for sharing that with me. That's why this episode is very special to me. And thank you, Nicky, for coming on, and thank you for thank you for believing in me and all that, and for trusting me. So I will always love this episode. Thank you, Nicky. Alrighty. I'm not talking about this one because it looks like I did a Q&A episode. Decided to do that because I did Q&A YouTube videos, which were really fun. I had to get questions from people. And this is my first year podcasting, so I'm like, instead of doing a YouTube video, I will do an episode. I don't know what questions were asked. I really don't give a fuck. Next up is Gabecoaster. This is really cool. He was one of my dream guests. I've always loved Gabe. I love Gabe with all my heart. Every time I'm with him is the best time. And he knows what he means to me. This was virtual. I need to stop saying it's virtual. Jesus, take the wheel. I remember I was sitting in my room, and I think this was late at night because at the time, I don't know what the fuck Gabe was doing, but he's always been so busy. He's always been such a hard worker. I don't know if he was doing his videos on the street at this time. I really don't know. Anyways, he was super busy. And I remember the only time that he ever had to do any of this was like past 10 p.m. So that's when we did it. And I loved it so much. It was really cool. It was cool because before that, he came on my YouTube channel and I got to interview him for that. So then we had this one come out. And yeah, thank you, Gabe. I don't know if I have anything else to say about it besides thank you, Gabe, for being a supporter since the beginning. I guess I would just say that I would not be doing anything that I'm doing today if it wasn't for Gabe. And I'm not just saying that. It's the truth. And I make sure to tell him anytime that I can, because going to North County and seeing Gabe, much younger than me, do YouTube videos and content creating and really pursue his craft and make his dreams come true, seeing him do that and not care about what people have to say or think, because trust me, a lot of people had shit to say. He didn't give a fuck about it. And that is what I fuck with. I love that so much. So seeing someone that I go to school with do that made me want to do videos too, because I always wanted to, but I was so scared about what people had to say about it and what people had to think. So he gave me the confidence to actually do videos and to pursue what I wanted to do, which led to me doing this now. And now I am a music major. I'm about to graduate and I love music and singing and performing. And he helped me a lot with my confidence when it came to being creative and sharing content with other people. He gave me the confidence to do that. So thank you, Gabe. Love you. And I will see you very soon. There might be an episode coming out with him. I don't know. You didn't hear from me. Anyways, let's move on. I hope the mic got that, because I don't see it going up here, but I think so. Anyways, who's after Gabe? Okay. Beautiful gowns. Do you know where that's from? I'm not going to explain it. If you know, you know. Next up is Cameron. The only thing I want to say about this is I appreciate Cameron taking the time to come on during a time when he was very busy. He was at SJSU, I think, and he was just starting his YouTube content creating. I don't even know I think TikTok was a thing in 2021, right? Yeah, he was starting all that. And obviously he's had tons of success and he's done really well. Good for him. And yeah, all I want to say is thank you, Cameron, for taking the time, for coming on. And I will always appreciate that. But I am going to move on because I don't want to. Yeah. Samantha is next. Love Samantha. Everyone thinks she's my cousin and that we're family, which literally, I mean, I've known her since I was like 4 years old and we grew up together, but we do look like siblings. Every picture we take together, I'm like, bitch, like, no wonder everyone always thought we were family, and we'd go with it too. We'd be like, yeah, that's my cousin. Because I love her like so much. She's family. For as long as I can remember, she's been a part of my life. I adore her and I love her. And this is the first time she came on my podcast. And I remember bugging the shit out of her because I'm like, bitch, when are we going to plan this? Like, do you want a Zoom link? Do you want to do it? And she's like, no, I want to do it in person. I'm like, well, come over whenever the fuck you want. Like, come on. And she did. So we were both sitting on my bed in my mom's house, in my room, yeah, and I don't remember shit because I never really have to think about anything when I'm with her because we just are who we are. She brings out the best of me. I love her so much. And yeah, she already knows how I feel about her, and I yada yada yada. Like, she's family, she's my cousin, she's my number one, and I love Samantha. I mean, what else can I say? I think she's been on 3 times. Yeah, she was actually on this last season, around, I don't know what month that was. I don't know my dates, but she just came on. Check it out. It's really funny, and I love it. She always brings out the best of me. Who's after Sam? Caro, what? Oh, we had technical difficulties. I'm remembering. Yeah, that Zoom kept crashing, and I think you can hear. I don't know if it's past midway or whatever. We just switched to a phone call. At the end of it, she's just on the phone. I remember when we were done recording, I'm like, well, can we get back to FaceTime so I can like take a selfie with you? And that's what we did. Caro, stunning, beautiful. I remember the first time I met her. This is in a cross-country trip to LA to Six Flags. I love people like her. She just went up to us and friendly and super easy to talk to, and have a lot of amazing memories with her from high school. And I've been able to see her maybe 2 or 3 more times after high school, and we text here and there. But love Caro, so happy for her. She's great. Her pictures are stunning. Everything about her is perfect. And I remember, I remember having a great time recording with her. And actually Zion made an appearance during this episode, because I guess he was listening or watching. He was with her while she was recording. And he showed up and I got to talk to him a bit. So Zion is kind of in this episode for a little bit, which is cool. I actually just talked to him the other day. I wish Zion the best, and I wish Caro the best, and they're perfect for each other, and Caro's the best, and I love her. Thank you, Caro, for coming on. Do I know any specifics from this episode? I think she was still at Berkeley at the time. I believe so. Yeah, damn, time flies. Happy for her. I'm running out of things to say because nothing really stands out for me to say. Not that it doesn't stand out, but it's just a solid, good episode. Nothing bad about it. Nothing too crazy about it. So, thank you, Caro. Hope you're doing good. Let me know how Coachella goes. I know you go every year. I would love to go to Coachella, but then I start thinking about it and I'm like, nah, I don't think so. I think I would get overstimulated like really quickly. But every year that Caro goes, looks phenomenal. Anyways, who's next? Yhari. And Yhari's the last one, right? Okay, cool. My voice is tired. It's late at night. I'm trying to wrap up. I'm trying to go to bed. Yhari, I almost said it. I almost said was virtual. Another person, God, I love people like Yhari because just people who are so easy to talk to, and their personality is just like out there, and yeah. So I DM'd him, and I guess he was waiting to be invited on, and I'm like, oh, well, great. Because we were only, right? It was only Slew Crew. Yeah, he was younger than me, like 2 years younger than me. We only had Slew Crew together, and we had a lot of great memories, a lot of cool field trips and stuff. And he was in track and field as well. He was a thrower. I was a jumper. He came on, super fun. I loved it. I appreciate him taking the time. I appreciate him coming on. I know nothing about him. Actually, as I'm talking, I'm looking up his Instagram because, I haven't seen shit for a long time. Oh, yeah, last post, 2021. Yhari, what the fuck you got going on? Yeah, 23. Jesus. I don't even remember being 23. I don't even know if I have his number. I gotta follow up on Yhari. I really don't know what he's up to. But super talented, super funny, super real, and yeah, wears his heart on his sleeve, and he's a sweet guy. So thank you, Yhari, for coming on. Appreciate it. And that is it. That is it for season 2. COVID, what can I say? But tons of people that I just love so much. And yeah, it was a great time. So here we go for what what do we have next week? I'm tired. I'm right in the middle midterms, y'all. I'm like so tired. Next week is season 3, which is some of them will be a lot of them will be in person. And yeah, I'm excited to talk about season 3, and we're just plugging away until we get to season 8. Just kind of giving the backstory and all that stuff, and yeah. So thank you for listening to this week. Thank you for everyone that came on season 2. Let me name everyone again: Cassady, Jaimey, Lisa, Anna, Erik, Nicky, Gabecoaster, Cameron, Samantha, Caro, and Yhari. Thank y'all so much. And yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for the support. I'll see y'all next week, and we will talk about season 3. Bye.